Hi, welcome to Developing Modern Web Platforms, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This is the course description of this course. My name is Farhad Eftekari and I'm the teacher of this course. During this course description, first we're going to get familiar with the course, the topics that we're going to go throughout the course, assignments, practical arrangement of this course, the assessment of the course, and how the grading system works, and then what's our reference for this course. The goal of this course is for the student to be familiar with required technologies to develop modern web platforms. After passing this course, the student will be able to select between primarily technologies in web designing to work with them, and also develop projects on websites using such technologies. The student will be introduced to HTML as a markup language for describing web documents, and then will be familiar with CSS to apply styles on HTML elements, and finally learn JavaScript as an interpreted language to add dynamic functionalities to web applications. Together, they are among the essential technologies of World Wide Web content production. So we're going to get familiar with the concept of HTML, CSS, JavaScript up to somehow intermediate level because you cannot really become an advanced web developer, web designer throughout just one course. Our goal is to get familiar with all the essential knowledge, all the principle, all the introduction parts of these courses. And then after passing this course, the students are familiar with all of these principles. And this is a great place for him or her to make her knowledge and his knowledge greater in those areas. The content of the course has been divided into four different categories and parts. The first part is introduction. We're going to get familiar with the whole idea behind developing and how web works. There are many topics as you can see here, like history of internet, the advent of World Wide Web, how the web works, how web can get access to, what are the common web protocols, solutions for hosting our projects. There are things to consider when you want to get a hosting, registering a domain, importance of having a web developing skills for software engineering, comparison between web application and desktop applications, what are the developing concerns when developers are creating websites and web applications, what is the evolution of HTML. HTML has come from a very long way, so it's nice to get familiar with the improvement of HTML. And then responsive design, which is a concept and very practical one nowadays. Editors, what are the editors available for us to use? We're going to select one of the most powerful ones to select throughout the course and use them. How to target our audience and then have our design based on that. How to create mockups and using wireframes. What is the concept of like from template to design? We can somehow make the creation process of the websites faster using templates. What are the benefits of using website statistics? What's search engine optimization, and how we can publish our websites, and some concepts about browsers. So this part was just about introduction parts, and then after this part we're gonna work with HTML part, which is the second part of this course, and there are many beneficial subjects regarding HTML, like tags and elements of HTML, page structure, HTML tags and attributes, three musketeers, which are body, head, and HTML main tags, body element, head element, doc type declaration, how to view the source of the other websites, creating our very first HTML page, working with text and its elements and tags, working with lists, working with links, images, tables, forms, some extra markups, how to comment in HTML, the concept of ID versus class and meta tags, and finally a special character. And then at the end, we're going to get familiar with HTML5 topics after this content as well. Then we're going to get familiar with CSS. To understand CSS, HTML and CSS as a best friends forever, how CSS works, how to insert CSS in our pages and get the best out of them, CSS selectors, CSS rules, overlapping concept, CSS rules inheritance, mastering corals in CSS, and styling a text, working with fonts and typefaces, which is also a very beneficial and practical concept, styling links, hover, active, focus concept, boxes, styling lists, tables, and forms, talking about layouts, working with images, HTML5 layout elements, CSS frameworks, and then finally introduction to Bootstrap, a very introduction way. And then we're gonna go to the fourth part, the part which is JavaScript. We're gonna get to know, is JavaScript same as Java? Do they have any kind of relation with each other? What is the benefits of using JavaScript? We're gonna get familiar with the scripts, understanding flowcharts for programming, objects and properties, events, methods, understanding document object or DOM. When a browser meets a web page, what it happens, what are the steps that a browser meets to render a page, and how HTML, CSS, JavaScript coexist together, writing our very first JavaScript code as well, how to store JavaScript, the concept of internal and external for using JavaScript code, using objects and methods in JavaScript, variables and data types, operators, functions, this, using browser object model, using document object model, working with global objects, comparison operators, decisions, loops, accessing elements in DOM, validation in JavaScript, HTML5 JavaScript APIs, error handling and debugging, and then finally we're going to get introduced to JavaScript libraries such as jQuery, AngularJS, and React.js as an introduction. So many fields, many topics, many subjects, but don't get afraid. There is no way that in a single course you can be a master in all of them. We're going to try our best to get familiar with all of the concepts in a very practical way, but it's nice to have this content as a self-study content. You don't need to memorize everything. You need to get familiar with things. With that, you will be able to submit the assignments, project, quizzes, and everything. But you don't need to memorize it. It's computer is not history. So there are many topics, many fields. I try my best to make this course comprehensive and try to talk about all of this introduction, intermediate, and also some advanced topics for you to get familiar with. It may sound a bit like scary with all of these near 100 topics, but don't get afraid. It's nice to go through all of these concepts, get familiar with all of these concepts. I'm kind of like guess that at the end you will be happy that at least you got familiar with many of the subjects and topics, and it's up to you how deep you wanna gain knowledge in this course, and I hope at the end you'll be happy with your progress. We're gonna have assignments. It's gonna be divided into 4 parts, just like our course material, and you need to return it to me to be able to pass this course. And here are the parts of the assignments, and then here is the practical arrangement for this course based on the hours you need to spend to be able to pass this course, some estimation of course. Here is the assessment division based on the assignments, project, and quiz. And here is the division of the grades. If it's an online course, it's a pass or fail. And here's the progress that you can see based on what points you get what grade. And here is the reference we're going to use if you want to get a bit knowledgeable about the concept more. We're going to have tutorial videos and then slides, and these are the principal and main material of the course. Thank you for your consideration, and I hope you have a wonderful class. Can't wait to see you on the other parts of this course.